Divisions. Forward. Counter. March. May I have your attention, please? For the remainder of the review, no one will be permitted to pass in front of the review stand, and we ask this as a courtesy to our reviewing officer. Photography is certainly encouraged, but we ask that you remain seated and off the drill deck. The photographers you will see on deck throughout the review are the official photographers of recruit, training, and command. Division commanders, left or right, face. Upgrade, rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Lieutenant Cesar Mantilla, and I'm Recruit Training Command's Drill Division Officer. On behalf of Rear Admiral Clifford Sharp, Commander, Naval Service Training Command, and Captain Steve Bethke, our Commanding Officer here at Recruit Training Command, welcome to our graduation ceremony. This morning you will see 11 divisions comprised of 847 of your sailors who participate in the graduation ceremony and soon join the most powerful Navy in the history of the world. From Houston, Texas. Performing and graduating today is the State Flags Unit on their 8th and final week of training. The band, choir, and drill team are on their 7th week of training, and the staff unit is on their 6th week of training. These units are comprised entirely of recruits. Upon their night of arrival, all recruits are placed into divisions of approximately 80 people and assigned 3 division commanders. From then on, Recruit Training Command's vast team of instructors, counselors, and support staff train and acclimate these new personnel for Navy life. However, the Recruit Division Commanders form the backbone of recruit training and are the key individuals in the life of every recruit. They are responsible for ensuring the recruits receive all the tools necessary necessary to succeed in the intense environment of today's fleet. The division commanders must serve as counselors, disciplinarians, administrators, and military leaders. Above all, they must show themselves as outstanding examples of military bearing, appearance, attitude, and behavior. In the absence of their division commanders, the recruit chief petty officers take charge and will lead their respective division as they graduate today. It is now my pleasure to introduce the graduating divisions, division commanders, and their recruit chief petty officers. As I introduce each division, they will raise the competitive flags they have earned throughout their training. As I introduce each recruit chief petty officer, the flag representing their home state will also be raised. Please hold your applause until all introductions have been completed. I will be starting from their right. Division 2, 6-1. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Daniel Mathias. Petty Officer First Class Denarius Mobley. Petty Officer Second Class Hussein Kaba. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Recruit Spencer Alexander from Miami, Florida. Division 2, 6-2. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer James Brink. Petty Officer First Class Jeffrey Wittenbach. Petty Officer First Class Jonathan Corey. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Recruit Joshua Jones from Caliente, California. Division 2, 6-3. Commanded by Senior Chief Petty Officer Jason Forward. Petty Officer Second Class Elmer Sixco. Petty Officer Second Class Christopher Coblin. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Recruit Umi Torres from Fontana, California. Division 2, 6-4. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Sergio Pérez Flores. Petty Officer First Class Eric Rott. Petty Officer First Class Antonio Calixto Montañez. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Recruit Randy Camurra from Orlando, Florida. Division 2, 6-5. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Matthew Candias. Petty Officer First Class Sylvia Miller. Petty Officer First Class Sarah Woodward. Their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Recruit Ryan Campbell from Lucerne, California. Division 2, 6-6. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Jeffrey Rice. Petty Officer First Class Benjamin Winterfield. Petty Officer First Class Sonita Burton. And their recruit chief petty officer, Seaman Recruit Mark Cortez Pereira from Diamond Bar, California. Division 2, 6-7. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Thomas Alex.